What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nigiso, this is Ocean Drive, and today is a very gloomy day. So originally I wanted to do a video on that, but since the weather is not cooperating, let's try something else. So let's jump in the car, drive around, see what we find. About December, guys, like why you should or should not buy a car in December, and like what goes into buying a car in December. I guess it's the same process, it's just that you get a bunch of deals and stuff like that. And like, what are your preferences? Are you looking to own the car long term, or are you one of those guys who like to be like hip and happening and you want the latest freshest car, like, you know, every 1 or 2 years? Which it's possible. I mean, either one, you've got the dash, or two, you're smart enough and you get a lease for that period of time, you know, which, you know, some people look down on a lease, and I think a lease is actually not a bad idea after doing some research into it. It's quite interesting. You can get some really good deals on some cars, and yeah, it's like paying an installment, but you know, after a year or two, you want to change your car or whatever, and you don't need to worry about how much do I still owe the bank, how much are they going to give me back in return for this car and that. And obviously there's some perks, like dealerships will give you a free maintenance plan. I know Mercedes, we're actually going to Mercedes by the way. Mercedes will give you like scratch protection and stuff like that, so if your car gets scratched or any dents like that, they'll fix it, which is built into the price. And yeah, it just all around equates to a cheaper buying experience. Yeah, so your installments every month will be less, although on a lease you will be capped in terms of how many kilometers you have. Ooh, look at that, 7 Series, someone just picked that up. That looks really nice, 740i, beautiful. Sure, what a color. Let's just follow that quickly actually. Oh, he's going to Phoenix. Okay, never mind. Let's go back around the circle. Made a mistake, I apologize. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, there's pros and cons to it. I mean, again, you will be limited in terms of your mileage, but you choose. Like, when you sign the contract, you know how you drive. If you're gonna be banging 35,000 Ks or 40 Ks in a year, select that option. You know, obviously the price will change, your installments will change, but you know, if you're a normal human being, 15 to 20, 25, you should be okay in a year, you know, and then you select that for either 12 months, 24 months, 36 months. It's up to you. It only starts to become stupid or not the best idea when you go for extended periods of time. So like, if you buy a car and you're gonna have a lease for 5 years, just buy yourself the car, do a normal finance installment deal with a bank, and Bob's your uncle. We'll pick this up a little bit later, because we just need to jump inside and go fetch Mercedes. I'll see you just now. Very nice. Ooh, there's the new G. Stop. What? They've got a new G-Wagon. Okay, go. Oh, shoot. I need to speak to go see that. Let's go inside and go speak to
No, you ran away too quickly. I wanted to ask you if we could look at the car.
Oh.
And then I came in and because I know Jordan from previously.
It was raining, so I have to advise when it rains, I run away from the rain. Leave the rain.
Oh, this thing is nice.
Nicer?
Can we walk up to it or
Yes,
you don't want me to scratch it because you sold it, right?
If you scratch it, you pay for it.
Sure. This thing is nice. Edition 1. Yeah, so this is the new G-Wagon. 63. As you can see, Edition 1, a little bit of carbon effects. Magna Satellite Gray, 22-inch wheels, I'll take it. Yeah. That's what it's about, V8 bi-turbo. Yeah, so that was Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, we got a chance to go check out the new G, and yeah, it looks really good. I must say, thoroughly impressed. And you actually do see a big difference when you do look at it, so it's pretty cool. And yeah, the weather's kind of taken a turn, but anyway, what can we do? Durban weather these days is a bit weird and wonderful. In terms of leasing and buying, like I said, leasing has pros. Like if you want to be that guy who's going to buy a car every 2 years, you want to jump into a new car every 2 years, leasing is probably the thing for you. If you're going to be driving the car long term, you're probably better off buying it, just own it outright. Leasing is more affordable. There are some perks, like maintenance plan will be included most of the time. Like I said, Mercedes offers, you know, scratch protection and stuff like that. You can add Mercedes insurance to that, or just get your own insurance. Limited number of kilometers, you know. But yeah, let's say, I mean, like now it's December and there's all these deals like pay your first installment and all of that stuff. Now I haven't gone to check it out, and maybe I should actually just go check it out and find out what the plan, what the deal is. But usually you'll find that you may not pay now, but that money that you were supposed to be paying will probably be waiting for you at the end of your installment period. So if you've got like a normal 60-month installment, the first 4 months you don't pay, but then that amount of money becomes like your balloon payment, and you pay it at the end. So once you finish all your installments, there'll still be an outstanding amount amounting to those couple of months that you didn't pay, which, you know, I don't know, however you look at it, you are essentially going to pay it, you're just paying it a little bit later. If you're going to do that, yeah, then fine, maybe you can do that and save money, and then, you know, it just frees you up financially for those first 4 months of the year, I guess, first 3 months. Can't remember what year they said you start paying, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know if you really want to be doing that. Do you really want to, after paying off your car, still have an outstanding amount. And I think some people don't understand that. You know, when you do a balloon payment, that's what it is. Essentially, it's you buying a car and your balloon payment, let's say, is 30%. 30% of the value of that car gets frozen. They just take it out, and they, with its interest, and they put it at the back or right at the end, and you just pay whatever portion, that 70%. You pay that off essentially, and at the end of your installments or your loan agreement, then you've got that amount left over, that 30%. So you can either refinance the car and pay it off, or you pay it off cash if you have that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? Or what people usually get themselves stuck in is that the bank says, look, you can either refinance or go trade in this car, get a new car, and then maybe they'll do another balloon payment, because you know, when you go buy a new car, you always want to get something better than what you already had, right? So you go to the dealership, maybe you were driving, let's say for example, a Golf GTI, you're paying X amount of money, example's sake, you're paying $5,000, you get to the end of your thing, the end of your installments 5 years later, and you find out that you still owe another $100,000. This is by example, mind you. To refinance, probably you'll be looking at, let's say for example again, $3,000. So you say, okay, if instead of paying that, let me go get a new car. Now you don't go get the new Golf GTI, because VW being VW, they make amazing cars, and you just want to keep getting the next best thing. And maybe you say, okay, fine, I'm a big boy now, let me get a Golf R. Cool, buy a Golf R. But your affordability hasn't really changed that much, right? So trade in your car, they pay off that balloon amount that was outstanding. Maybe you get a little bit extra because of the value of the car at the end of the term, and then you take your Golf R, but now you put a new balloon payment on that car, and then you're stuck again, and you get to 5 years again, and it's like, you owe this much, do you just want to, you know, and they just keep you in that cycle, which is, you just keep buying a new car, bigger balloon payments, blah 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 blah. And basically the only way you can free yourself, I assume, is to just either A, don't get into balloon payments, or when you do, just know what they are there for, and save, and maybe, you know, have that kind of money on hand in that 5-year period. Or just, if you find yourself in that situation, downgrade. Like, there's nothing wrong. You know, if you have to downgrade. If you have to buy a second-hand car, buy a second-hand car. You know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I know, like, people just want to be seen, and that's cool. Like, yeah, I also want to be seen driving a flashy car or a nice car. But just, you know, think about it first, make sure you go through it. And when purchasing a car, I know so many people who bought a car and their interest rate is just ridiculous, you know. Go to the bank, maybe go to the dealership and ask for an offer to purchase for a car. Go to the bank, get to the bank and hand in the offer to purchase, and find out what rate they can give you. And you just have to ask, can I please give me your best rate? Go to other banks, see what their rates are, see what you can afford, how much they think you can pay on this, and then go and buy a car based with that information, and say, okay, fine, I can afford to pay. And you know, guys, people who sell cars are very clever. They'll give you like a trick question. They'll be like, hey, yo, how much do you want to pay at the end of the month, you know? And basically you're going to give an answer, and they will try and match that number. Even if you could have got the car for less, they won't tell you that, but because you've said you want to pay 5K, they will make a deal structured in order for you to pay 5K. They'll even bump up the interest rate sometimes, because this thing is a business. So for them, they'll do it if you do it via the dealership, and they'll find a bank to finance the car for you, they get paid commission for that. So the bigger the interest, or, you know, all of these nitty-gritties are, the more you pay, the more they get paid, basically, in their commission. So it would help to just go shop around, find out how much you can afford, and then, you know, when you find the car that you want, you go back to the bank, give them that offer to purchase, and they'll give you what you've already seen as possible. And guys, just ask. Like, I don't understand. Tina, abantu abamnyama, I know. First car, you just get happy. Yes, I got it. You don't worry that you're sitting at prime +4 interest rates. Just the fact that the bank approved your loan, you're happy. Like, no, just first ask. Make sure your credit rating is good. You know, if you are working in corporate and maybe there's some corporate deals or corporate bargains that are there, you can find out about those, because sometimes dealerships will give you that. You know, your stability as well matters. Like if you're a young single male, you're not the most stable person, you know. So if you're married and a bit older, maybe you got kids, they also look at that. Obviously it doesn't make too much of an impact, but these are things that banks take into account when lending you money, you know, and they want to know these things, and then they base that off of that, base your installment off of that. So just food for thought. Again, nothing serious. I haven't really gone into any of this. I mean, I've seen it because I've purchased 2 cars, and yeah, this is just how they operate. You know, everyone is looking to make money, not necessarily a quick buck, but it's their job. It's also their livelihood. You can imagine being a salesperson, you get paid commission. So whatever you sell it, how much you sell it for, you get more money for yourself. But yeah, it's just ask, guys. Don't look at this and take it as it is. Find out, do your homework, you know, and yeah, get yourself a better deal. Yeah, that's enough of me babbling on a bit. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, this is just a very relaxed video, just a nice conversation. Just wait, I'm looking for the keys. Sorry, I can't get in the house. And yeah, tell me what you guys think. I hope you guys learned something or this helps you in any way. Please don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, get in the comments, talk to me. What do you have to say? Maybe I can learn something from you guys. Definitely. If I was just talking rubbish and you think I'm talking rubbish, let me know, correct me, you know. I don't claim to know everything. And yeah, anyway, thanks for watching the episode, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Sharp. Cheers, guys.